Sleeps here, day 31. Wow. Well, I can tell you this, it's cold. I got up this morning fairly early and I've got to move around to get some warmth going. Anyway, it's day 31. Today, I'm just walking until it's time to camp. I'm hoping to get to a little bit lower elevation. Some of the shelters are up pretty high, so I'm hoping to get a little lower than I am. Maybe the snow won't be so bad. So here's a challenge for you. You go to take your tree straps down. They're totally frozen to the tree. Good deal. If you've never taken down camp after everything is frozen, you don't realize how difficult that is. Every step took 3 times as long as it should have, and man, it took forever to take camp down. Everything I'm carrying, probably 2 pounds of ice in my pack. Check this out, breakfast of champions. Talking about a drive-through meal. Man, I've got a walk-through meal. Just ate a 450 calorie honey bun, and now I've got a chocolate fudge Pop-Tart. Good stuff. Interesting thing happened last night. I had as much ice and snow under my tarp, on my hammock, on my pack, on everything as there was outside of my tarp. What happened was there was this layer of fog that came rushing in, and it just flowed up the mountainside there, and it froze as it was making its way through the mountain, and it froze on everything. So I had a huge layer of ice everywhere, and most of it I have packed back up into my pack because it was a mess. I couldn't get the lines loose from the trees. So, and then to compound that, when it actually started snowing, the wind was blowing sideways all the snow, so the snow just blew right under my tarp. Even though I had it tied down pretty low, the snow just got right under there too. The perils of AT hiking in the winter. Just gotta do it. Trail talk today. All right, I think I want to talk about being alone in the wilderness, or in this case on the AT. The bubble that I was with, we have kind of spread out. There are people hiking at different paces, and some faster, some slower, some injured, and some just glad to be here. So we've spread out quite a bit, and what that means is that you find yourself hiking by yourself. You might have someone that'll pass you. I might pass someone. At the end of the day, you might arrive at a shelter late, and you might not know anyone there to shelter, and you will hang your hammock or tent somewhere off in the woods by yourself. So being by yourself is one of those things that's you just have to know that occurs. I don't recall being alone in a very long time. There's just something special about walking by myself with the author of the world that I find invigorating. It's just amazing to me. There is no alone feeling. There's no feeling of being deserted. There's always a constant feel of a companion and someone watching over you. Just a neat thing. Man, I love that. As a matter of fact, that's why I'm doing trail talk on it right now, because I was just contemplating that very thing as I was walking through these areas. Most people have stayed at the shelter and have not moved out, but here I am walking with the Creator. Just crossed Highway 208. I think you can get to Asheville on this highway. So, about to head up toward Little Laurel Shelter. I have climbed about 800 feet and the snow is much deeper. The footprints you see, I let about 5 young folks pass me and move on up. I've got about 800 more feet to go to that shelter. I believe it's Laurel Ridge Shelter, something like that. And I'm gonna stop and get some water there and decide if I'm gonna move on. This is the Little Laurel Shelter. I'm gonna stop here and get some water. It's only about 2 o'clock. There's no one here. It's a pretty small shelter, so it'll fill up quick tonight, but I'm just gonna walk on. I know everyone's trying to get to the next shelter, so I know there's not gonna be a spot there for me. So I'm just gonna walk till I find I need 2 trees. Well, I'm leaving an empty shelter for this. 7 more miles. Well, hope I made the right decision. We'll see, got a big climb. The shelter I'm hoping to get to, where I'm probably gonna end up camping, is called Jerry's Cabin Shelter. Hope I make it before too late. I don't want to put my hammock up in the dark like I did last night. Man, let me tell you, this stuff is like sandpaper on my face. It is just ripping me. Crazy. I'm hoping to get over the ridge here shortly to get on the other side where the wind is a little calmer. Hopefully I'll be there shortly. The trail is getting difficult to see. The wind is covering everything up. I'm looking for blazes, and I can kind of tell, obviously there's a little opening of just snow, no vegetation, so that's what I'm following. This has been one crazy hiking day. Totally amazing. Wow, I've come up on this rocky ridge. Man, that's the trail. Unbelievable. Well, I might as well do it. I just came from that direction. And I gotta go Right through there. Came from down there. You gotta go there. Wow. Well, I think I have made it to the top of the ridge here on this mountain. Right up here. Wow. This is crazy. Yep. I think this is the top. Right up there. Gotta climb that, it looks like. Well, I'm going to tell you, I thought I would do a video of getting to the top there, but I can't do it while I'm walking up there. Man, there's just no way. Crazy stuff. So I made it to the top of the steps, and there's a little bit more of an additional climb, but came through there. I've got to climb down that. Crazy. And then back up over there. I have slipped. Caught myself. Very difficult. If you're breaking trail, man, good luck. Wrapping up day 31. Wow, today was an amazing day. I think I did about 16, a little over 16 miles to Jerry's Cabin Shelter. I'm just past it and hanging in my hammock. Man, it has snowed crazy all day. And I have probably finished one of the most amazing hikes I've ever had. And it's across the White Cliff section of the AT. Man, and that snow was coming down, the wind was howling. It was just an amazing hike. So anyway, I appreciate you staying with me. So this is Sleeves. Keep hiking.